Shabbat Shalom, and welcome everyone to our Friday evening Shabbat celebration. This week, not just Shabbat, but we also celebrate the upcoming 4th of July on Sunday this weekend. And so we also celebrate our Star Spangled Shabbat. We'll be featuring some music that celebrates all that American Judaism has had to offer, with all Jewish American composers in honor of American Independence Day coming up, this country that we all call home. A bit of celebration of both our Jewish tradition and our American traditions. To follow along with us this evening, please go ahead and go to bez613.org for the song sheet that Cantor Melissa will be guiding us through, as well as a PDF of our Sidur, the Kol HaNeshama prayer book, as you join me, Rabbi Jenny Greenspan, and Cantor Melissa Cohen for our Star Spangled Shabbat. This evening, we will open with Ve'imru Amen by Sheldon Lowe of St. Louis, Missouri.
In this home, sacred space, we are one. Together we pray. In this home, sacred space, we are one. Together we pray. Secret space, we are one. Together we pray.
As we have linked our homes together to create the sacred space, we turn to our candle blessing. If you are following in the PDF of our Kol HaNeshama Sidur, it can be found on page 5 and then 4 of our Sidur.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'betzivanu, le'adlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Blessed are you, source of light, our God, sovereign of all worlds, who has made us holy with your mitzvot and commanded us to kindle the Shabbat light. Turn to page 119 of our Sidur for our Kiddush. Got your wine and grape juice? We hold it up as we turn to 119 for the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri agafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'avahu v'ratzon hinachilanu zikaron ma'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu Dakarta, Veotanu Kidashta, Mikol Hamim, Beshabbat Kodshecha, Be'ava Uvratzon, Hinachaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. We continue. For those who have a challah or other bread handy, we'll continue with hamotzi and begin our Shabbat meal together as we enjoy our song and service together as well.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. B'te'avon, you can enjoy your wine and your challah as we continue. Before we move into the service, we'll also hold this moment for an opportunity to bless one another, to bless our family members. If you have them either with you in the room, or you want to scroll through them to find them on the screen, or if you just want to put your arms around the screen next to you and hold on to one another, and we'll hold the whole community that way. And as we bless these sons amongst us. Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim v'chi Menashe. May God make you like Ephraim and Menashe, the sons of Joseph. And for our daughters, Yisimech Elohim keSarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May God make you like our foremothers, like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And for all those around us, we hold close. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom. May God bless you and protect you. May God show you favor and be gracious to you. And may God show you kindness and grant you peace. Give big hugs and kisses, hugs around the Zoom boxes, hugs in the room. As we say Shabbat Shalom, holding our whole community and family together. And we now turn to our Sidur once again. Go to page 13 for Shalom Aleichem, also composed by Sheldon Lowe of St. Louis, Missouri. The music, the prayer itself was predates some of it.
That Sheldon Lowe is a dear friend of mine, and he resides in the great city of New York City now, and he will be joining us on Saturday evening, August 28th for Salichot. Do not miss it. He is incredible. So many of the songs that we sing during Shabbat are his compositions. My favorite, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malach Yesharit Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Welcome to Shalom Malachi Shalom Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malach Yesharit Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom Malachi Shalom Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Shalit Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidkan Shalom Malachi Shalom Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Shalit Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We have said Shalom Aleichem to the angels of Shabbat and welcomed them in with us, with all of our friends and family and community. And so this week, last week, I jumped the gun, already excited for this week's Psalm 96, where we say Shir Chadash. We can find the version composed by Julie Silver of Newton, Massachusetts on our song sheet from the website. As we say, sing unto God a new song each week.
Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Try that with me at home. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai Sing unto God of the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Adonai, Shir Hadash.
Love that psalm reminds us each opportunity that we have, that we come into contact with one another or with God, is an opportunity for a new song, to write something new and to grow in a new way. Such a core of the American dream, of each of us finding a new way to sing our own way. We'll continue our service with Lecha Dodi on page 41 and 47. And this week we'll do the melody composed by Craig Taubman, originally of Tennessee and currently a resident of Los Angeles, California. Lecha Dodi at page 41 and 47.
Shamo v'zachor v'dibor echad, Ishme'anu v'lameyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, V'shemo tiferet v'liti la 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 la, Lechad dodi likrat kala, Enei penei Shabbat nekabela, Lechad dodi likrat kala, Enei penei Shabbat nekabela. Ovi v'shalom aderet ba'ala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tzula, Tov elonei yam segula, Bo'ri chala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, B'nei penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi, likrat kala, B'nei penei Shabbat nekabela.
As we look around, we say how good it is to all be here together, to be brothers and sisters, to be community members, to be Jews and to be Americans, all proudly gathered together. And so we will say, Hine matov umanayim, how good it is to be together. Tonight we will be doing the version composed by Rick Recht of St. Louis, Missouri.
Hine ma tovu manayim, Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, Shabbat achim gam yachad.
As we come together, do still take a moment to recognize the oneness of our people and the oneness of our God. So we do Shema and Be'ahavta, the declaration of our faith, page 65 and concluding on page 73.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha vehayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי ויתן קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
This moment, we celebrate all that freedom is. As we sing Micha Mocha, we celebrate not only the freedom our Jewish ancestors experienced as they went forth from the land of Israel, or from the land of Egypt, to head toward the land of Israel, now no longer slaves, but a free people. And this weekend, as we celebrate the independence of the United States and recognize the value of freedom and all that we offer to maintain that value of freedom. And so we will sing Micha Mocha on page 79, this one composed by Debbie Friedman of blessed memory, originally from New York.
אדוני את ידו, וביהלום יד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Amen. Turn to Hashkivenu, prayer that asks for protection and peace in our shelters. We'll do today the version of Hashkivenu composed by Craig Taubman and put together with the One Day, a Hope for Peace and a Hope for Freedom for All by Matis Yahu from New York. You can follow along on the song sheet from our website for Hashkivenu One Day. We pray for that shelter and that peace. We also recognize the need for a prayer for healing so that all can enjoy that shelter and that peace. And so we offer a prayer for healing. We say, God of our ancestors, as you have cared for the children of Israel, we ask you to care for our beloved community members who are in need of healing. This week, we think of Jim Fleischer, Shirley Steinman, Ron Safran, Aaron Linderman, Rick Malicki, Lisa Sachs, Bonnie Kaplan, Larry Baker, Roger Lord, Dr. Doug Packer, Levi Chisholm, Brian Donor, Angela Fry, Amy Maurer Martin, Mike Isabel, Andrew Reed, Aaron Greenwald, Lorraine Greenberg, Danielle Sasson, Vera Uber, Peter Fox, Leica Miriam Batriva, Branka Zebulin, Rachel Dill, Carol Spur, Robin Zacharias, Bruce Jacobson, Lindsay Yagi, Shulamit Batshena Gittel, Ariella Bat Aharon Visara, Denise Lawrence, Phoebe Weinstein, Armilda Williams, David Owen, and Alan Mayer. Cantor Melissa sings the prayer we can find on our song sheet, composed by Todd Herzog of New York. I invite you, if you are comfortable, to share any additional names that you are holding with the community in the chat.
Please join me in the refrain, El Na Rafana Lanu, that God will heal us, and heal each other, and then I'll feed you the words and you can repeat them from your homes. El Na Rafana Lanu, Rafana Lanu. El Na Rafana Lanu, Rafana Lanu. Dear God of our ancestors, help us renew our faith. Grant us a perfect healing. Bring peace to all our days. El Na Rafana Lanu, Rafana Lanu. Restore our strength of body. Help clarify our minds. Refresh our tired spirits. Rejuvenate our nights. And refine our love. Refine our love.
Dear God, for all those we mentioned aloud and shared in the chat, and for all those whose names we hold close, please be with them in their times of sickness and suffering. Treat them with compassion and guard them safely through danger, lending them a portion of your strength. Move now into the statement, the biblical statement of Shabbat, of Veshamru, that we should have Shabbat. This one composed by the Rabbi Emeritus of the congregation where I was intern before becoming a rabbi here at Beth-El, Rabbi Moshe Rothblum of Adat Ariel in North Hollywood, California. You can follow along with Veshamru on page 85.
And this, I am told, is the definitive traditional version of Veshamru.
It is.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, לדורות המדית עולם. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, לדורות המדית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל לא תהי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המדית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות
השביעי, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
As we celebrate Shabbat, we also take the opportunity each Shabbat to reflect on the week that we have had, on the week that we have coming up, on all of the lessons and celebrations we may have had. So I invite us to take a few moments of quiet prayer to reflect on our week, some Shabbat Amidah time. If you'd like to use any of the words of tradition, they're in our Siddur on page 91 through 106, where we can just take a few moments to reflect for ourselves. Shabbat Amidah. Those words which we hear frequently from bar mitzvah students, this melody composed by Josh Nelson of Los Angeles, those words we concluded our Amidah with today say, "May the words of my prayer and the meditations of my heart be seen favorably," where we hope that the very words that we use, the very words that we share, the very words that we pray are favorable, have a positive impact, and can build on God's world and on this country. One of my teachers, Rabbi Elliot Dorff, shared in his Devar Torah for the 4th of July this week. He said, as we celebrate 4th of July weekend this year, marking the birth of the most pluralistic nation that has ever existed on the face of the earth, may we take pride in the strong basis that our tradition provides for such pluralism, frankly, through the words that we share and how we share them. May we learn from our tradition also in discussion with both Jews and non-Jews to share our words vigorously with one another as we seek to do that will of God. To Yehiyu L'Ratzon, may we bring God's will in to the world, and to do so in a manner that is in the character of all that we can be positively as Jews, that when we share our words, we do so lovingly and toward the benefit of all people of our world and of our nation. May we sing those words as we do, and may those words remind us of all of our responsibilities to ourselves and to one another. Tonight, our song for inspiration will be doing Ahavat Olam. We have a very simple thank you for God showing God's love to us simply by giving us this tradition. that gives us that opportunity for strength and for sharing, for argumentation, but also for growth, and most importantly, for love that brings us together. So we will do our song for inspiration, Ahavat Olam, on page 63, this melody composed by Debbie Friedman of blessed memory.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח לדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו לאורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם בלילה, נגה יומם בלילה. ואהבתנו תסור ממנו לעולמים.
Love also reminds us the love of those whose lives we have shared and cherished and loved. When we recite the Mourner's Kaddish, we affirm that our awareness of holiness in our world comes from our experience of those we've loved. We know that much of our experience of divine goodness, grace, and love has come to us through those whose lives have touched our own. This week, we honor the memory of James Wiley Budden, and also all those who have died as a result of the pandemic we continue to face as a nation and as a worldwide community. We invite all who are in mourning, all who are observing Yahrzeit, and all for whom it is your tradition to do so, to rise and join me on page 131 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye zechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala ubizman kari ve'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam umei amaya. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitba'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh ve'yithadar ve'yitaleh ve'yitalal shemei dekudesha berichu. Le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya ve'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. Be seated. We hope that those memories, all those we have loved, it's always for a blessing. And before we move to a closing song, I think any big announcements this week? We will, of course, be celebrating our Independence Day on Sunday. Tomorrow morning, if you've signed up in advance, we do have the option of a small number of in-person Shabbat morning celebration with me and with Cantor Melissa, who we will be joining on the Bima while we let Rabbi Dennis have a little vacation and move our way back into exploring time in the building. So we're looking forward to welcoming a limited number of of people into Shabbat morning services tomorrow. If you haven't signed up, there are signups available in our congregational email for every Saturday of the month of July. So we are excited to feel the freedom as we celebrate the birth of our nation and the freedom of getting to see one another and smile from across the room to one another instead of only across the Zoom. So we hope we will get to start seeing some of you soon. Whenever you are able and ready and comfortable, we are requesting, if you are coming, that you be vaccinated, and you'll see the details in the congregational email. So we look forward to seeing some of you in the morning. I see some happy birthdays to Esther Fogel in the chat, and of course, coming up a happy anniversary to Cantor Melissa and to Mark Cohen. Lots to celebrate this weekend. And a happy anniversary to Jamie and Mike Potash. All good things. So Shabbat, 17 years, goodness. I'm only at 3, but I will get there, God willing. So say Shabbat Shalom. Thank you all so much for joining us for our Star-Spangled Shabbat, which of course would not be complete without a little bit of This Land Is Your Land by Woody Guthrie. In theory, on our PDF of the Siddur on page 849, if the PDF doesn't go that far, it's quite a large PDF, it may not. I'm sure you can find the words somewhere on the internet. Or you
just follow me, we're all good. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. Everybody, this land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. The sun came shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving and the dust cloud rolling. As I was lifting, a voice was chanting, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. You can all say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom and happy 4th.
Happy
Shabbat
anniversary.
Shalom. Happy 245th to America.
Happy birthday, America.
Happy 17th, Melissa.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. I hope to see some of you in the morning.
And
Oh, yay, I see Ellen's thumb up. Perfect. We have a good half Torah tomorrow.
And there are still signups available.
Yes, there are still signups available. Mom, Dad, get on the plane.
I forgot to mention,
You
we'll
can
still
be
have
here. You'll be here by 10. Start driving.
And I forgot to mention my own Torah talk. Rabbi Dennis is so good about remembering to mention my Torah talk.
He
But I forgot
does.
to mention it.
He always boosts it, but yeah, you forgot to boost yourself. That's okay. You have a following.
Be there, and if
They'll
you
all
are
be there.
on your way to join us in person, it'll be there later too.
Also true. Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you for the wishes.
Shalom. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Shabbat Shalom.
See you tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow morning.